Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy DKEN, and welcome to my incredible podcast. Now, before we commence this episode, do not forget to Hulk smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with your boys and your fat ass families. Follow me on Instagram, smash that bell notification button. And of course, as always, please enjoy. Let's get started. Our top story for today shall be my brutally honest opinion of MGTOW. Now, for this discussion, I shall be mentioning the red pill as well because, for starters, there appears to be quite a lot of confusions circulating around this subject. So I will do my absolute best to break this one down one by one. This will be a quick and brief overview. Okay, let's get started. So as an intro, let us commence at the absolute basic level. MGTOW, which stands for Men Going Their Own Way, is a movement that consists of men from all over the world that have decided to not only quit in regards to females, but they also quit in regards to societal expectations. So allow me to specify what I just said. Societal expectations are essentially standards that society holds above men. And there are quite a variety of things that they hold above us men. It could range anything from men must step up their game on the dating scene, men must do all the chasing and pursuing and approaching females, all the way to men must allow the females to go first. Men are ordered to pay more child support than females, and if he doesn't, he'll be labeled as a deadbeat father. Or if there's a domestic dispute between a husband and his wife, always blame the husband and take him to jail and charge him. All kinds of stuff like that. Now, MGTOW teaches men how to no longer tolerate these unreasonable standards that society holds above all of us men as they go their own way. That means that these men do not want to be a part of what I like to call this matriarch dominant society, because certain elements like the government and of course the media, the laws that are implemented in each state of this country, and the criminal justice system, they all favor the females that take advantage of the system far more than us men. And as men, we are forced to take more L's than females. Now, real quick, I'm going to explain to you the difference between MGTOW and the red pill. MGTOW, as I just said to you, stands for Men Going Their Own Way, and it teaches men how to not follow society and the expectations and the standards that they expect us to meet. Versus the red pill, that ideology teaches us how to improve ourselves, how to enhance our lifestyles for the better, not for the worst. It also teaches us how to see reality as it is. Not better than it is, not worse than it is, but as it is. And embrace a larger view as to why society has specific standards for us to follow. Now let's start with the media, because I need to get these main points across. As a lot of us may very well know, metaphorically speaking, the media tends to throw a lot of gasoline in any conflict and just fan the flames about anything that's happening in the world. This is a golden key reason why I decided to keep my TV shut off and resort to using my Alienware laptop. The media tells us men that we have to be chivalrous, we have to open doors for these females, we have to pay for the dates in full, we have to offer them a ride home, we have to be nice, and all of these politically correct bullshit point of views. All of these things were drilled into our heads ever since we were babies, okay? The media, they are designed to push societal standards onto us and force us to follow these standards. Now let us advance to the laws, and I would also like to tie this with the correction system as well, and I will specify what kind of laws I'm talking about. Let's start with the divorce laws. So even though each state has their own laws, what happens is the wife is granted most of what the combined family has altogether in a settlement. This is what typically happens, and the husband is forced to pay child support if he has kids with her, and alimony, or as Tom Likas calls it, vaginamony. You have to pay vaginamony for a very long time, and who knows, there might not be an end to that. That's the overview on how divorce law works. Now let me give you a brief overview on criminal law. Let's dive right into domestic violence, because this is a very popular scenario. This is where a violent incident erupts in a home and somebody calls 911 to report the disturbance. Then the cops respond and they show up to that residence. Now, based on certain stories that I've heard of in the past, it would usually play out like this, where the wife or the girlfriend would provoke her husband or boyfriend in an effort to make him do something violent, or she will go out of her way to falsify an accusation against her own husband or boyfriend. She could throw things at him, spit at him, even throw punches at him all she wants. And then when the cops show up, as soon as she points her finger at her boyfriend or husband, the cops will simply haul his ass away in handcuffs, forcing him to pay all sorts of legal fees. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you listen up right now, okay? I will post a video on my channel going into concrete detail about certain false accusations so that you can better understand how these females try to get away with some of the nastiest schemes that they come up with. Now, trying to get back on the main track, that's the basic overview on how the laws favor these females far more than men. Now let's talk about the criminal justice system. Specifically, I would like to start how the authorities question these suspects to these accusations. Now, in the beginning of these interviews, the cops and the prosecutors will believe that the boyfriend or the husband did it. When they get his side of the story at first, they might dismiss it as lies, and when he gets charged, he would be facing a certain amount of prison time. That's the kind of situation that no man wants to be in. All of this motivates men to never trust females ever again. Now, in conclusion, MGTOW is a movement that unites all men that have been taken advantage of in some way. These good men have been screwed over and thrown under the bus by some of the worst people in this world. Up to this day, there are a number of men that are still struggling to get out of these toxic situations. MGTOW consists of men that are simply fed up with not only females, but with the societal standards that they're forced to follow, even if it's wrong. Personally, I am a super strong supporter of both MGTOW and the Red Pill communities. I support both of them because we are trying to revive masculinity. As men, we need to be masculine. We need to be strong, especially during a time like this. We are living in what I like to call the COVID era, where people are dying left and right, families losing their homes, families becoming homeless. These are tough times, which is why we need strong masculine men. This is why we need MGTOW and the Red Pill. Ladies and gentlemen, you can either agree or disagree with me all you want, but for those of you that do not agree with me, I will never change my views. All of these things that I've mentioned, I know beyond a reasonable doubt that what these communities preach, all of these things, they work. And it has saved many men's lives. So, with all of that said, this concludes this episode of my incredible podcast. So thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to Hulk smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with your boys and your fat ass families, follow me on Instagram, smash that bell notification button, and every single one of you, have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace out.
No facts to conceal. He raps and he's real. Put the facts forward. You can really